first try was a forward pass. That you cannot deny. That ball was so far forward, even my grandmother would have seen it without her glasses on. You understand what I'm saying? And he was right there. Why wasn't it called? Now, look, we were complacent. Right, fine, fair enough. My father always said in his earlier years, you have to beat the ref and the team. But mate, sometimes it's just literally impossible. The Boks were complacent, I'm not denying it. But the moment they got momentum, they started to get momentum, Puerto would break it down. It took him 73 minutes to send off an Argentinian player. How many cynical fouls did they make in that 73 minutes building up to that yellow card? He should have sent them off. He should have sent 2 or 3 players off a lot earlier than that.
To be honest, I don't know if that was. I don't really agree with that. I didn't see too much cynical fouls and stuff there. I thought the RGs were playing very positively.
They were. Let me tell you, I was impressed with their fly-off. And that and then that I think he's a centre. I speak under correction, Marcelo Bosch.
Yeah, he plays, I think, for Harlequins here in the UK.
He was really good. But, Stephen, this comes back to my point where I've argued with Mr. Schroeder so much about. He says we don't need the experienced players. We don't need that. Yet you mentioned earlier we lost lineouts. Why did we lose lineouts?
I didn't say lineout. I said Labanini ruled the lineouts. It's not that we never disrupted their lineouts. You know.
Would he rule the lineouts with the best line technician in world rugby there?
You know, a lot of these smaller teams, you know, they've never been able to get primary possession. You know, and that's kind of where they lose the game. You know.
Yeah.
You know, just look at a team like Samoa. You know, like. Their scrums come on in recent years, but you know their lineout's not anything like to be afraid of.
That's my point.
It's like now, you know, the RGs have gone and it's primary possession, and they're getting their primary possession, and then they're starting to play with it. You know,
Mate,
and that's what.
Here's my question to you. Cariza plays for Stormers. Okay, he plays against Estebeth. He plays with Estebeth. He plays against Diogo Cariza from Argentina. He knows exactly what they're going to do. I'll tell you one thing. They would not have dominated the lineouts if Matt Field was there. And that's a point out. And it's the same thing with the scrums. Had Yanni been there, I reckon, because people underestimate Yanni and he's intelligent. People think he's just a dumb prop who does nothing. Yanni is actually a very smart scrummager. And people don't seem to realize that. But like I'm coming back to my point again. At the end of the day, there was not enough experienced players to motivate these youngsters. These youngsters got cocky because they'd done so well against Australia and New Zealand.
Yeah, De Villiers, yeah, Burger.
That's two.
Pino.
That's 2 seasoned players that have won a World Cup.
Bismarck, you know, I mean.
Yeah, make it 3. That's 3 seasoned players that have won a World Cup. Who else in that squad has won a World Cup?
Ruan Pino.
I wouldn't classify Ruan Pino as really a great player. This weekend he really pissed me off, so I don't even want to talk about Ruan Pino. But you know what, Stephen? It's 4 players. New Zealand is sitting with how many players that won the 2011 World Cup? And of the players that won the 2011 World Cup, how many of those players were in the 2007 World Cup? You understand the point that I'm getting at?
You know, the thing is, it's about playing on the pitch, man. You know, you know, everyone keeps turning to look at New Zealand, look at New Zealand. We got to look at ourselves, man. You know, and give ourselves up. You know, I was saying to you last week, you know, my fear is that you know we get up for the New Zealand matches, and you know against New Zealand, I actually thought we played pretty well, even though we lost. But, you know, then I said, you know, we don't get up for the other matches. And that's why I think we've lost to Ireland, why we lost to Wales, why we lose to Scotland, why we lose to Argentina.
The loss to Ireland was people can say what they want. Yes, we had a month's rest. But you can't rest in 1 month. As somebody who used to swim professionally.
How come other teams go overseas and win?
Yeah, but do Australia and New Zealand have... Okay, yes, I'm going back to them.
Right,
do they have...
Royden, just got to stop for a sec.